This is an important day for us and for our family and myself and my two brothers. Yes, I have an older brother too. Happy birthday, Mom. Now, a lot of times I have seen these listed online. They're not antiques. They're not real ones. This one is an antique, real one. This one's really fun because I believe, yeah, she has flirty eyes. Let's see. There you go. Hello and welcome to our doll shop. If you're new here, my name is Rachel and I am here at Turn of the Century Antiques out here in Denver, Colorado, which is also the home of the Virtual Doll Convention. We love doing all kinds of doll things here. We are a doll lover's dream place out here because we just have a little bit of everything and we do a little bit of everything. And what we really do most of the time, in fact, pretty much all of the time, is sharing in the love of dolls, promoting doll collecting, and just having a really good time. And we want to create a community that involves everybody, where you can come here and just feel like a piece of the puzzle. And so that's what we love to do. On our channel, you're going to see all kinds of different things, but in this video, we are going to be showing you our new antique doll case, which has been up here for about 3 weeks, and it is full of some sweet, sweet, sweet treasures that we have been wanting to put out for a long time, and we finally had the time and capacity to get them clean and fluffy and make them look pretty. So this is just going to be a collection tour where you get to see all of the dolls that are in this case and chat a little bit about them. This is an important day for us and for our family and for myself and my two brothers. Yes, I have an older brother too. His name is Daryl. He is the one that we purchased the place up the street from that we are turning into the pottery studio, which is very, very, very exciting. And that's my older brother Daryl, and my younger brother Paul, who works here at the doll shop, and he also does other things with rentals and working alongside our dad and things like that. But we are a family-oriented company here, and this is a special day because this video is airing on our mother's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. As we've been leading up to her birthday and to Easter, she has just been on my mind almost constantly. She loved Easter more than anything. Well, scratch that. She loved probably Christmas. What do you think, Paul? Probably Christmas was her favorite holiday, but I'd say Easter's close second. What do you think? Yeah, Paul agrees. Mom loved all holidays. Any reason to celebrate, 4th of July, Halloween, but Christmas and Easter, she really, 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 really loved. And of course, her birthday is right around Easter. So it was always a joyous time for our family. We would celebrate Easter. A few times our mother's birthday actually landed on Easter, but Easter was yesterday and today is her birthday. So to celebrate her birthday and to honor our mother, what we're doing is what we do all the time, which is what we do here is think of her and honor her. And of course, as you know, she is a big part of my life. She is a big part of what we do here, and she will always be our guiding light. Always, always, always. And at home and just in my personal life, I see so many wonderful moments of her. I see in my daughter, I see moments of her, and it is so much fun. One of the ways that I think you'll appreciate that I celebrated her memory in the last week is I took this photo. Hopefully you can see it right here. We'll put it on the screen, but this is me when I was a little over 2 years old, and we had, you can tell I wasn't quite loving it, but you know, they were able to get a picture, and who knows, you know, I was a little over 2 years old. There is actually another photo of this version of this where I'm smiling and happy, but we had a snowstorm a couple weeks ago and it put everything off kilter. Diane's school was closed. I had to bring her to work, and I love bringing her to work, but we get very, very, very little work done when Diane comes to work. It's not like when she was a little baby and she slept half the day, or she would have naps that were 2 and 3 hours long and we could get so much done in between. It's not like that anymore. Not like that at all. But that dress we still have. That dress, which is right up there, is the original dress that I wore in that picture. And I have been waiting for my moment Our Holland Diane is 2 years and 4 months old, and it was tough because, first of all, she doesn't like dresses. I don't blame her. She likes to move and groove, and then the material on antique doll dresses is not comfy and soft and warm and cozy, which is how she likes her clothes. So when I got the dress on her, she was immediately not loving it. She tried to get away from me. She's in a season right now where she just wants her independence and is just running. She's a runner. So we put the dress on her. She ran through the shop. Of course, she didn't want to just sit there and pose for a photo in this scratchy dress, but I got a picture of her in the dress. We got a ton of pictures of her in the dress. Most of them she was like not having it, but there was one where she kind of had an expression a little bit like mine, and Dee in Brazil edited the background so that you can see, we put one of Mom's Steiff bears next to her, and it's super cute. So I'm going to put it on the screen right now, and there you can see me at a little over 2 years old and Holland Diane at a little over 2 years old, and it is so much fun. One of the things that I absolutely love is that Holland Diane is just growing in her hair at over 2 years old, and that was me. I didn't have hair that you could even begin to put into a ponytail until I was about 3 years old, maybe even 4 years old. My hair came in very, very late, and that is what is happening with my sweet girl. So family tradition. I know Mom would love that. I love that we still have the dress. It needs to be restored a little bit. It has in the last, oh my gosh, 36 years since when I wore it. Deteriorated a little bit, so we're gonna hopefully restore it a little bit, but I think that's beautiful. And there are so many ways that we can honor and celebrate our people and our life and make it joyful and fun. It's been 4 years since her passing, and for me, it's been just such a journey of ups and downs. And oh my gosh, you know that I could talk about grief and that journey and what that has been like. I could talk about that all day. In fact, it's not, I don't enjoy talking about it like that it's like a fun conversation, but it is something that I feel like I have a lot of experience in because I've lived it and I've shared it with you, and it's a universal thing. Everyone on the planet has experienced grief and sadness, but losing our mother was a whole nother level for me. And to pick up and to keep going and to be in the doll shop every day and to take the doll business and to do what we do and manifest it into my own thing while still making it what it is, which is a family legacy. And now having a daughter myself, there's a lot of layers and there's a lot of feelings attached to that. And I'm finally in a place right now after 4 years where I can mostly talk about it with joy in my heart, but sometimes I can't. Sometimes I can't. And that's okay. That's okay. And what I love about you and you being a part of my life and this journey is that you understand. Oh my gosh, do you understand? One of the best things I ever did was put my feelings and emotions out on the internet and post stuff about how I'm feeling, because the way that you understand, you just have rallied and been there for me, and it's been incredible. So thank you for being here. I hope you had a wonderful Easter season, and we are now getting close to spring, which is going to be great. It's been still snowing a lot here in Denver, Colorado, but we are getting closer to spring, and then we can see those little pops of color and life poking through as we get closer to the spring and the summer. So we got a lot, but let's dig into some dolls. So we're going to get a little bit closer, and I'm going to pull out some of these and we're going to talk about them, but these are just some treasures, all different kinds, and we'll talk about them one by one. So let's go. All right, you're a lot closer now, and you got to get in and see some of this stuff. So these are treasures that, as we were doing the great doll shop declutter, some of the things that I just found buried in our drawers and cases, but this is absolutely wonderful. This is an all original lamb candy container. Now, a lot of times I have seen these listed online. They're not antiques. They're not real ones. This one is an antique, real one, and he is in such great condition. The vibrancy of the fur on here, the wool, I guess it's wool, lamb, I don't know. The fuzzy stuff is just beautiful. And I'm going to get in so you can kind of see his details a little bit. But this is a rare and wonderful piece, and he looks absolutely fabulous next to any antique doll presentation. This looks like a paper mache head, and he's got these beautiful green eyes. Absolutely phenomenal. He's definitely over 100 years old, maybe even older. but he's on wheels. Isn't that cute? His little head's kind of poking up like that. I don't know what we got to do, but it doesn't even really bother me. There we go. But he's one of my favorite pieces in the shop now. I just absolutely love him. Look at his little bow tie. He's so happy. This one I think we made over with Linda Wall. This is an FG, Francois Gautier, and she has a scroll mark FG. But she is a sweet little girl, and I think this is one of the last ones we gave a bath to and a little mini makeover with Linda before she left. We really miss Linda. It's a bummer for us that she left, but it's not a bummer for her. She wanted to go to Oklahoma and live a different lifestyle and a different life and do that. And in a way, I just think that's wonderful. I don't ever see myself leaving Colorado, because I love Colorado and our shop is here and our businesses are here and all that. But if I didn't have to stay, and we're not talking about dolls right now, but I'm going to share with you anyway. Do you ever think of different lives you could lead? Like, I could totally be the girl to go live in Manhattan and live in that $6,000 a month apartment if I was making tons of money as a business executive doing who knows what, and walking Fifth Avenue. And I mean, oh my gosh, I love New York. There is nothing like New York. Every time I go there, I just think this is like the greatest place ever. So if I was living a different life, I could totally be the fabulous girl living in New York. You know, that you go on Fridays and go to that place that gives you blowouts and does your hair. Paul's like, blowouts, they do your hair. And, you know, it's a totally different life. So that's what Linda's doing. She's living a totally different life at their vacation home in Oklahoma, and she's loving it. I could go and be a New York kind of gal. But I live here in Colorado, which is a mountain town, and it's casual, and we've got ranching and horses and wildlife, and it's wonderful, and hiking and skiing, and it's a totally different lifestyle. I love it, but I could be a New York girl for sure. Anyway, this girl might be a New York girl. I'll get up close so you can see her wonderful eyes. FGs, Francois Gautier. These are French dolls. They have a lot of times they have wonderful exaggerated eyelashes. Oh, look, she has a little marking. It says Taffy. Her name is Taffy, Taffy. Taffy, marked FG, original wig, possibly original clothes, rare size, 1962 Virginia Lake. So in 1962, that must be when Virginia Lake bought her and wrote that note, because she is much older than that. So that is very, very, very sweet. I like her. This one I love. This one is such a cool one. This one, when you first look at this doll, you think, oh, what a beautiful French doll. It's not a French doll. This is a German doll, and it's made by Wilhelm Delmer. And they are marked WD on the back of the head. Let me get this, oops, so you can see it. Can you see that? It's W.D.9, and that is by Wilhelm Delmer. I guess it would be like the English pronunciation would be William. She's got a great little wig. This is my favorite kind of wig. And a fun little hat. But when you first open her up, you do think that she's a French doll, because she has the look, but she is a German doll. So I love that about her. That's just an inventory number, but isn't she great? In a sweet little costume. I love the maroon fabric. I love the velvet trim down here. It's just really, really, really sweet. So you can see that. So if you have a Wilhelm Delmer doll, please let me know. You can see her costume right there. Really cute. This is a great little piece. I absolutely love, love, love this. This is a first edition book, and it is Kate Greenaway's birthday book for children. Isn't that remarkable? Inside it says 1880 to 1923. April W. Hutchinson, 1835, Pine Street, something, PA. Oh my gosh, is this from 1835? Like, is that how old this book is? I don't know. It's very old. And I knew it was a first edition because Sally's handwriting, it says first edition, published by George Routt Routledge and Sons, London, 1880. Oh, there you can see right there. But what a sweet little thing. That's why when you're a doll collector, you can start branching out. Oh, look, so it has every day, oh my gosh, every day of the year, and a sweet little saying about the day of the year, and then different really sweet illustrations. But it's just such a little treasure. It is a little tiny treasure. Oops, there, a little, that fell out. So we gotta, I don't know, send it to a book restorer maybe. But I think this is one of our little tiny treasures that I love. This was packed away with the lamb, so that's really fun. This is a fun little mechanical here. Look at them go. No music though, but you know what I love about the ground on the floor? I don't think that that's supposed to be a dog. Maybe it's supposed to be a dog, but it looks like a little lion. I love the little lion hanging out. But we've got this little musician set and they're just jamming away, having a lot of fun there. This is a beautiful German doll. She has just a beautiful, sweet, sweet, sweet face. Let's see what she's marked. She's marked 9. She's probably Kessner, but it's a wonderful German doll with sleep eyes. Her head is stuffed so they're not able to sleep, but you can see her human hair. But look at that. She's marked 91. That's again an inventory number. She came with a couple of the other dolls that are in this case, but what a wonderful antique German doll. She could be a mystery doll too. Sometimes a lot of the early antique dolls were not even marked anyway. Even the Jumeaux and the Bruges, they were sometimes just marked with a number and they didn't have an inventory or a maker's mark on them. This one right here is one of my favorites. I'm gonna put it up, I'm gonna put a photo on the screen, but this one is a crying, I think this is by Heubach, yeah. It's a 7884 model by Heubach. I don't know if you can, let's see if you can get the marking there. But Heubach did just such wonderful, wonderful, realistic modeling of their antique dolls, just absolutely phenomenal. He has intaglio eyes, which means they're cut in instead of going out. But I have a picture of Holland Diane when she was a baby where she looked identical to this doll. I'm going to put it on the screen so you can see it. Absolutely identical. It is so funny. And because she looked absolutely identical to this doll, there was just no way that we could sell it. Absolutely no way, because she didn't have hair. Like, she just had the little tiny peach fuzz that he has. And I mean, she was identical. It cracks me up. I still think about it. I think about this photo. So anyway, he is very, very, very special to us. All right, here we are. So this one is a German All-bisque, and this is a big All-bisque. Let's see if I don't remember her actually having a mark. So I'm not sure exactly who she is. We'd have to do a little bit more research. She's a mystery to us, but she's wonderful. She's like, I don't know, probably at least 10 inches tall. She's a cutie, cutie, cutie. I love All-bisque dolls. Let me know if you do. This one right here, I'm not gonna pull her out, but I think we did a video with her, with Linda back in the day, but I love her wonderful red hair. This is a German doll. I think she is marked DEP, and that is it, which is déposé, which means registered, and the French and German people used déposé. So, but she is really, really sweet. She has a very, very different face, a different look, and I really love her. This is a fun one. This is a French fashion doll, probably FG. She's marked 1. She's a size 1, very small. She needs a little bit of a extra cleaning on her face, but I'm pulling her out because I want you to see this wonderful costume. Look at this aqua costume. It's kind of like a sea foam, almost like a sea foam. It needs some restoration a little bit, but it's in pretty darn good condition. This is exactly how we got her. We actually got her with the portrait Jumeaux that's back here, but you can see the wonderful stitching and all of the details on this fabulous costume. She's just a very stately woman, and I just love her. I love the antique costumes. It is one of the most wonderful treasures and parts of having and owning antique dolls is their beautiful costumes. So of course, here is one of our crowning jewels. We did a video where we showed the complete cleaning and restoration of her undergarments, but this is a beautiful early portrait Jumeaux that is in this wonderful costume that Christopher helped restore. Look how big and billowy and wonderful it is. Oh my gosh, she is ready to promenade. Look, can you see all the ruffles and all the wonderful details? Let's get her up so you can see her face. Get the focus on there. Look at the buttons on the front of her dress. Those are little acorns. Isn't that special? She's very special, so we love having her. She just sits right up here. All right, so now we're gonna look at what's in the bottom of the case. Welcome to the bottom half of our antique doll case. We have some wonderful little treasures in here. I love that we have all different types and kinds of dolls. The only overarching theme of all of them is that they are antique, but the rest of them, we have German, we have French, we have unknown makers. We've got all kinds of things. So it's really, really, really cute. Here is a sweet little German girl. Oh, she has a little hairline in her forehead, which again, don't discount. I don't mind that kind of thing at all because it makes dolls, you can get wonderful, wonderful dolls. In fact, I gravitate towards rare dolls that have damage because then you can get the fabulous look. See, I didn't even notice she had that until I picked her up and looked closely, but am I gonna remember it? Maybe when I pick her up and look for it again, but just on display, she's wonderful. That kind of stuff just really doesn't bother me. Of course, it needs to be disclosed when you purchase something, but it does not bother me at all. I love being able to keep and to have dolls like that, especially expensive dolls. But this is a closed mouth German doll, and she is really, really, really sweet. We have a sweet little Shirley Temple back there. She's in her little pink dress. And this Mein Liebling is a wonderful, wonderful German doll. Mein Liebling translates to my darling. They have always been popular. They have come in and out of popularity. I remember when Mein Lieblings used to sell for not thousands of dollars. They're still not inexpensive dolls, but now would be a good time to buy one if you have always wanted a Mein Liebling. This one's really fun because I believe, yeah, she has flirty eyes. Let me see if I can pull her out so you can see the eyes in action. Let's see. There you go. That's pretty neat. I think that's really cool. Flirty eyes are super, super cool. This one right here she is marked Tête Jameau, but she is also marked SFBJ 301 Paris. And this was during a kind of an uncertain time for doll making in the early 1900s when some of the doll companies actually started working together. So Jameau was supplying heads to SFBJ and they were working together because doll manufacturing became harder and harder to do with things that were going on in the economy and trying to keep a factory open and stuff like that. So there was a period of time when some of the doll factories, French and German, collaborated with each other. But what I love about this girl is her very, very, very luscious and thick eyelashes. Look at those eyelashes, girl. I would love to have eyelashes like that. I've never had luscious eyelashes like that. I've tried to do, sometimes I'll wear falsies very rarely. Honestly, I have not worn false eyelashes in years, since way before I even got pregnant. At this point in my life, it's like if I can get ready and do nice hair and makeup and just get on the mascara, then that's usually plenty, and I'm pretty well decked out. But it does change your face. A big set of eyelashes does change your face, and it really changes the face of a doll. So I really do love eyelashes. This is a real sweet girl. I'm not sure of the maker. She's probably Heinrich Handwerk, but she's Christopher. He just did a little bit. He curled her wig, he lightly pressed her clothes, and he pressed her ribbon underneath her hat, and she went from looking drab to fab. It doesn't take much. You just have to do a little bit sometimes, and your dolls can go from looking like they're to Christmas morning. It's so cool. So I really encourage you to whip out your curling irons if your dolls have hair that's not plastic or synthetic materials that you can curl, and do a little bit of cleaning and pressing, and it's amazing, amazing what can happen. Look at that. That's cute. Oh, now they're not. Well, it works intermediately. But isn't this a cute little provincial scene? We've got children that are out here dancing, and we've got the boys on the side that are waiting, that are clapping their hands and waiting for their chance to dance with the little girls, and everyone's just having a party. I think this is a really sweet piece. It's very old, and I love the little background. Look at the little daisies that Christopher put up there. That's really cute. Oh no, he didn't put those up there. Those are glued on there. Somebody put those up there, but it's a fun little scene, and you can imagine this in somebody's doll collection 100 years ago where they had this and they could entertain their friends with it, and they're really fun. So if you have any of those mechanicals, let me know. This is a beautiful Parian. What I love about this doll, this is how somebody brought her to our shop. We actually didn't do anything, but I loved the green outfit. Look at those crude little hands. Oh my gosh, look at those fingers. Somebody really loved this doll. Look at those little fingers, little chewed off fingers. Oh, so sweet. The Parian bisque has this type of matte finish on it. It is not glazed, it's not glossy like the China head dolls, but I just thought she was really, really sweet, and I loved her early antique green outfit. So she's in our shop just as she came, which she's just really, really special. And then this is a wonderful, wonderful French fashion Jameau. She is just looking regal and stately in her dress. It's a big black dressing gown, antique silks and different fabrics and laces. She is very beautiful, and there we go. She came to our doll shop. She has a hairline that extends over here and then over the nose. Again, none of that bothers me because I just think she just looks wonderful in the case. She says what she needs to say, and she's doing what she needs to do, which is representing the French fashions of the world and just looking beautiful while doing it. So she is a fun one. She's probably at least 30 inches tall. We'll have to measure her, maybe 25 or 28, but she's a big one. And I really love having big dolls and small dolls and a little bit of representation of everything. So this is a really fun case. It tells a lot of different stories. It is whimsical and inviting, and it'll be here until we decide to do something else with this case. But until then, I hope you enjoyed seeing it. And of course, if you ever want to make an appointment to visit us sometime, you can see it all in person. But I hope you enjoyed this little peek into one of our doll cases. If you enjoyed this, let me know. We can start doing some more videos in every single case. Sometimes I feel like you've seen it before, but when I look at other people's dolls and stuff, I don't care if I've seen it before. It's just fun to look at it and sometimes look at it again. But it was fun to show some things that we maybe haven't shown before on our channel. So this was a fun video. Again, happy birthday to our mother in heaven. We're thinking of her today. What a more beautiful way to celebrate and think of her than to share some marvelous dolls in a doll shop that she made possible while we're here doing our job that she made possible. And she, you know, was an amazing person and such a trailblazer. And we miss you every day, Mom. We do. And happy birthday. All right, Paul, thank you for filming, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye.